up-and-coming musician, and he's desperately trying to hold his beautiful mind together. He's a living TikTok ghost, and if he just does one more bad take on current events, he's finally gonna become famous. Will his guests keep him on track? Will he deservedly get canceled, or will this show crash and burn as he loses control once again? Welcome to Meltdown Island.
It's Dustin!
I know everything that Dustin is saying sounds totally delusional.
Dustin, where are you going? Just trust me!
Dustin, you slow down. Dustin!
Dustin, you're a goddamn Einstein.
Dustin's right. You're a certified genius.
I think that's a great idea, Mike.
Thank you, Dustin.
If you look up the word tempting in the dictionary, you will find a picture of Sean.
Looks like Jawa is stuck between a rock and a Sean place.
I think it's because Sean is very built and he's sexy as hell.
I'm going to sleep next to Sean today.
Nothing feels good when you're feeling bad. Nothing makes sense when you're feeling mad. Don't go around feeling sad.
Everybody go around.
Saying that you're crazy. You're lazy. And you're wrong. Motivated. In society, they control you in your mind with anxiety. You gotta break free from that mindset. Break free, break free. Break free to explode. Break free to expose all of those emotional vulnerability and the complexities of your mind. And together we will find that the sun keeps shining on the other side. You know the sun keeps shining on the other side. The sun keeps shining on the other side of the rain cloud, of the storm clouds in your eyes, in your eyes. There's a place I know we can go and stay a while. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Welcome to Meltdown Island. To Meltdown, we can all meltdown together. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island.
Hey,
Yes, it is. Hi there. I love that intro too. Oh, there he is. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meltdown. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meltdown Island. My name's Dustin Gardner.
And I'm Sean Hanlon. And I'm
Yes!
Sean!
You gotta watch some more Julia Morris, buddy. You'll get inspired. You'll feel it. You are, to me, you're my Julia Morris, but actually, I'm probably more Julia Morris, but nevertheless, I want you to shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Hi, Kurt.
Thank God, Kurt. Thank God Kurt is here. Look at Kurt.
Hey, I was in a rush to get here. I was filling my drink.
Right. You don't sit around and prepare? And
I mean, I did, but I went over.
We're wearing the same color with a little bit of a V open. It's starting to happen, bud. Don't get lost in the forest, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We are in synchronicity. But I was rushing to get here because I decided the last second to pour a drink, and I ended up spilling. So I'll be back in a second.
No. What do you mean you'll be back in a sec?
I'll be back in a sec. I'm not even going to be going that far. Of course, all the paper towels are gone, too.
Well, I just let it sit. I'd let it sit.
Let it sit the whole show. It's going to drive me crazy.
You know what, though, buddy? Use that energy.
Would be so mad at me.
Use that energy. And what Andy don't know, ain't Andy going to get upset about. It's like I always say. Hi, everyone. Boy, I don't know if you're feeling peppish, man, but I am feeling super pepped up. That would be because of Pepe I bought last night, and it's already dropped to 0. Oh, yep. It's a good day for the hello.
It's dropped a 0 or it dropped to 0?
It is lost to 0, not gained to 0. Yeah, bud. I've already made like $50 or something. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I know.
I'm
down 40.
Solved.
I'm down 40 grand and up $50. Win, bird of winning. Hi there. So boy, do I have so much to share with you, Sean. What was that?
Go on.
What just happened to your hands? The energy of the show is always sticky and wet. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm a little bit rock and roll, and he's a little bit country. Yeah, I am too. Well, thank you, Kurt. Thank you. Thank you.
More. I am here.
Yep. Leave all those worries and cares behind because here are your melting buddies. So, Sean, I don't know. Let's do the rundown real quick. We got forest fires in Canada and New Jersey.
Michigan has one too.
Michigan has one too. I didn't know that.
The governor, Gretchen Whitmer, has basically said, "Look, no more outdoor fires for the foreseeable future."
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Because so much of the state woodlands is in extreme dryness, extreme risk for. It's either very high or extreme risk for wildfire.
And you know, I'm not somebody who goes around building up Donald Trump. But was he right about raking the forests?
Let's get to work. Everyone grab a rake.
WGA, work government plan. Remember, we went and planted all them trees up north. Maybe we need to hire ourselves to go out and rake them.
Right. Or all those Medicaid, recipients that they put work requirements on, and food stamp recipients they put.
You're trying to put people on welfare in the woods, Sean. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Sure. I mean, the homeless too. The homeless, we get.
You're trying to take everyone to the woods, Sean. I think
they'll build camps. They'll build
out of here
camps
as fast as possible. Say that again, buddy. I was laughing too much.
They'll build camps for them.
Sean.
What?
Don't troll me. Because what you're doing right now is hilarious gaslighting. But when used in the wrong hands, brings me up to my next topic. What a great segue. Golly.
Go on.
Man, I'd just like to take a second. We just haven't had a good segue like that in a long time. And I feel like that was a solid segue.
Well, you know, it all started with the shirts, right?
Did it? Oh, it did. It did. I remember now. I'm thinking back now, just right now, and I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, he's right.
Oh, Dusty.
Oh, this guy. So, I don't know if you've heard, but there are these things called Bored Apes, Bored Ape Yacht Club. You ever heard of these NFTs?
Oh, is this the Nazi thing you sent me?
They're Nazis!
Did I just spoil your reveal?
Maybe. I was going to be like, hey, you remember when there used to be so much hate that they called themselves Nazis and they was going around killing people and stuff? Well, they back.
They're back, baby.
They are definitely have been trending the last few years because when you look at these Bored Apes, they're all wearing a little hat. Notice I got on a bucket hat. Bucket hat, I think, says peace and freedom. Peace, at least. And the hats they're wearing are all sort of like war, like some sort of like either it'd be a Prussian helmet or one from Vietnam or blubbity blue. And they all speak in their little code. Oh, look at me, I got numbers, which means letters. And it's all a little too much. But they got everybody excited about wanting one. Remember, somebody turned down $2 million from a Kardashian because they would not sell their digital picture. And it drove the prices up. Come to find out, these guys is trolling, much like you was trolling me just a second ago. They's trolling the everybody, and making money. And then, to go one step further, which I have not yet done, but I am sort of understanding the rest, which brings me to my third topic. Already, we in 3 topics deep into this show, bud. Yep, that's brother and bud at the same time. That's okay.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do here is I'm going to share a screen because have you heard of how someone is making millions of dollars out of nothing?
Oh, yeah, I have.
So here it is. This is the guy. His name is Pauly XO. Pauly. And, I should put it like this.
You get nothing.
You get nothing. He's got, you can't see it because this stupid little thing, but it has 800 ETH. Worth up to $1.4 million. Yep. Right there. 800 ETH that people have sent to him for nothing. It's a humongous, it's a big happening. You ever heard of a happening? Hey, remember that movie, The Happening, where the trees attacked everyone?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, except no one's getting hurt except for people who expect something from nothing. Are you with me?
Barely.
Thank you. I know, it's right on the edge of glory. Now, what did I do? I saw that somebody was posting this thing about, right here it is. I saw that somebody used his profile picture, all right? And they said, you get something. And I'm like, oops, this is a good opportunity for me to do a bit. Let's see here. What can we see over here? All right. So what I've done is I say, WTF, crypto influencers totally sold me on feeling good about myself. First of all, I think that's funny. For reference, literally having nothing to give to nothing. Because we all have the same nothing. Right? They made me feel like I'm one. Now, here's me fished. I got fished. So now I hear about something. So yeah, I expected something. Does that make me wrong? And I quote, I'm not eligible. Now that's my other hilarious part because I'm not quoting it correctly at all. In fact, I'm misquoting it because it is, quote, you are not eligible. So I feel like there's layers, but it might be too subtle because everyone really freaked out about me posting anything or engaging with it. And I was like, I just used it on a test network. I was just messing around because after giving nothing, I expected nothing. I expected to be denied, and I wanted to use that as a joke.
Sure.
Well, that's when they shared all of that knowledge. They dropped me some that video that I sent to you, and yeah, it's very, very interesting what's going on because the poly guy, the guy that's getting all that nothing, he is doing a campaign, an artistic meta campaign against the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And he's holding a mirror up to society, much like we always do. Cheers.
Cheers.
Unless you've spilled your drink and don't have anything. But he's doing this, and I'm sure it started as a joke. Send it to nothing, and you're gonna get nothing because of the Willy Wonka. You get nothing. That was the meme he used, and boy, oh boy, it sure is funny. May I share a little Planet Ant news? Yes, fourth topic.
Oh yeah, please.
Please share the Planet Ant news. We're always up for what we call news. Yes. What's this say? Dustin, I have some magic NFT beans, and you should buy them. Well, it's like I tell everybody on the thing. I ain't got no time for no NFTs yet. I ain't there yet. I ain't there. I can't buy it. If you want to give it, I'll accept it. But I can't buy no magic bean. Tell him, Sean.
He's not.
How are you, Sean? You're back in the California.
That's right.
Topic 5 much. How's California?
Lovely. It's much more springy here.
Talk about it.
Than it is back there. Detroit's already getting into the 80s.
And you guys
So
still in the 70s.
It's still only topping out, like it's topping out in the 70s for sure. But it's usually like high 60s. It's usually high 60s, which is.
And you got to wear a little jumper, a little sweatshirt.
Yeah, just a long sleeve shirt sometimes.
That's sweet. You're so sweet. So the bellhop rule has contributed to your narrow entitlement worldview. Something for nothing. Also, the Dire Straits song. You mean Chicks for Free? I want my Dusty. Thank you. The Eshak get-together pics were fun to see. He had a get-together?
Well, our friend Mike Eshak was headlining at a comedy club in North Hollywood. And so there were a bunch of people from the old Detroit gang that went to the said aforementioned comedy club to support him.
Aforementioned, my guy says.
We all ended up hanging out, of course, afterward, and having a few drinks.
I think my bus is here. I gotta go catch a bus. Yeah. Was he funny?
Yeah. Oh my God, he killed.
He's funny.
I mean, he was so funny.
so comfortable too. I noticed he was so comfortable when I saw him.
Right? Yeah, when we saw him at the House of Comedy there.
Yep. Pretty good.
Yeah, he
Boy,
crushed it.
we
He
have
had
6
45 minutes and just killed the whole time.
And what was he doing? A
Total
showcase?
control.
Yeah,
What's
right.
that?
He's doing a showcase.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really. I know he filmed it. I don't know if that was just for him though.
Oh, he filmed
But-
it. Oh, so he might be doing a special.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have just been for him for the purposes of.
Hey, Bo Burnham taught us
review.
anything, and all these other comedians that are producing and releasing their own comedy specials, I mean, he already does edits and has done shows, so why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Why wouldn't he just
Right.
make it look pretty and do some quick edits and throw some other things in there, and boom, it's done. It's a show. He's got a website and YouTube and Edmo.
Edmo.
What a good show. I tried to get on that show. I say, because they're delivery guys, I go, what if, what if you guys have to deliver something and I'm there and I open the door and it's a full-blown porno set and I'm the director and I need an extra actor, and we get Sean or both of them to come in, and just the awkwardness of them being around a naked people, I just think would be just so funny.
Yeah, that's a funny episode.
It's a little, I agree, it's a little extreme, but you know, I'm an ideasman, and I've seen the show, and I'm like, let's get there. Let's go that next stage. Let's put them in some awkward sitch.
Yeah.
Don't you like sitch comedies?
I mean, I can only imagine it's because they stopped doing the show that they didn't do that show.
This has got to be it. That's got to be.
Because that idea is gold.
It's golden. You never have to show a naked person, right? There's so many tricks and ways around it.
Right.
Like, I mean, South Park. Every time they went to show a naked girl, they just showed a man's butt.
The Austin Powers bit.
Yeah, Austin Powers. Perfect example. Perfect. There's ways around it, but put you in the moment.
Right.
Thank you. Wow, we've blown through this first 25 minutes.
Has it been 25 minutes already?
Yeah, guy.
But just to reiterate, he is really powerful. He's powerful on stage. He's got
Mike Eshak.
He's Eshak. Yeah, he's got that X factor.
Yeah. I'd like to see him go to other countries. I'd like to see him go to I mean, you see Maz Jobrani, I believe, if I'm saying it correctly. You've seen other, Middle Eastern comics go to the Middle East to do American comedy, and boy, oh boy, the stories I've heard are just phenomenal. You know, he's doing one for a king. He's doing one for like a king, right? And it's just in a lush palace. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And there's a king sitting there listening to his jokes and enjoying it, right? But at the same time, you're walking a fine line as the court jester.
Right?
Anytime. So,
a lot of court jesters got killed.
Not necessarily, because court jesters were the only ones allowed to say it. They had a right of like the protection by the king. Don't mess around with the court jester. That's my dude. He's usually an uncle or a relative, much like Game of Thrones with little Tyrion Lannister, being a court jester-ish, where he just sort of picks at the thing. Ain't nobody taking him out. You know what I mean?
I mean, clearly you've done your research on the court jester.
If you want to become the fool, philosophically, Sean, you're going to have to learn about it. And I definitely became a fool and gave away my life to another human being with nothing in return. And someone called me a fool on a hill, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, what do you want, Beatles? You know what I mean? The fool on the hill.
Yeah, no, I feel like I was with you, but then I got lost.
Mm-hmm.
You get it.
Oh, I'm the one that said it. I get it.
Oh, so still standing by for Kurt's Planet Ant.
Yeah, I
review.
must have got too excited and he thought I would never see his comment. But as we know, we see all comments.
We see them all, do them all.
Even after the ones after the show's over, we still look and we see what you're typing. We see it.
We see it. And
Respond.
it cuts like a knife.
Yep. And it cuts like a knife. Na 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 na.
So, did you hear about this school district in Utah?
No, but it sounds hot.
Has banned the Bible in accordance with these book banning rules that were passed at the state level.
No.
So
bring the noise, bring the funk, Sean. Let's hear about it. This sounds pretty amazing all of a sudden.
Well,
Not
of course,
but this is just like the separation of church and state, the whole thing, and the banning books and Nazis we talked about. Sean, the floor is yours.
Well, I mean, I think that's the long and the short of the story is that the Utah government, state government, passed very, very strict guidelines,
which are
for books to be taken from the shelves of schools and libraries.
And what is the stipulation that makes them want to remove the Bible?
Well, they were strict in that if they violated the code, they would have to be removed.
Have to.
But
we can't do anything about it. It has to be removed. I'm sorry.
Right.
They passed a law. We have to remove it. I'm just doing my job, said the Nazis.
But then the criteria was rather broad and basically was like, books with strong violence or sexual content, which, as you know, as a former student of the Bible,
a memorizer,
it is rife with violence.
Competitive memorizer. Competitive, like it was an Olympic sport. We would compete for trophies on memorization and knowledge of Bible facts.
That's a movie.
Thank you. I tell you, there's... Good Lord, you just walked me right into my next thing that I would have never remembered, but you just did it. So I had a breakthrough, everyone.
I'm a hell of a co-host, I gotta say.
God. Someone say you're just regular, you're a host.
I am crushing it today.
You're crushing it. So I had a breakthrough moment of an idea. You got these Twitter spaces, right? And we've talked about that. And it's just people talking. I said, you know, you want to have a revolution. Revolution starts within. And we all know change within. So today I'll begin an evolution of Hunan. I think it's human, but for some reason I wrote the Chinese city Hunan connection. But plus a personal life goal, which is to write a book about my life, because I've lived sort of a Forrest Gumpish life, maybe just Gumpy, but nevertheless. So what I would do is these Twitter spaces are recorded for prosperity. And so I would sit on the Twitter spaces, maybe also on TikTok, and tell stories about my life. And people can ask questions, help me to remember some more details that might fill out the story a little better. Then take all of that, transcribe it through AI, then work out the details that form a book without the questions of other people and stuff like that with AI. And then I got a book, a life goal, an example of how we can use AI for human achievement. Thoughts? Adulations?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a little torn. on the concept of AI doing creative works.
It's not creative. It's literally the manual work that I don't have time for, which would be to weed out anyone that's not me talking. And then to take whatever I am talking and to weed out any forms of I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's ways you could say, hey, take out all of the, all right, let me answer like this. And then the next thing is where it starts, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You could tell it to take out certain words. You could tell it to do all kinds of things. Form it this way. Form what I just put in there. Format it like this. It does things. I'm not asking it to create my life story. I'm asking it to organize and redistribute the information. Synthesize it, if you will, down into what could be boiled up, stirred in around into a book. Is it alchemy? I don't know. Tell me what alchemy means.
Alchemy means using magic.
Magic, exactly. Thank you, Sean.
To turn things into gold.
Ooh, you're right. This would be a gold book. I got a golden book.
I mean, that's what alchemy is.
Thank you. I'm not disagreeing. I am magic.
Okay.
It's a kind of magic. So if Twitter is the new modern age town square, then why not just be one of those guys sitting on a bench telling his life story to a small group of people walking by and are interested in what's going on over here with this guy? I just read a little more. Thought I'd share that part. Huh? All right.
All right.
I've been wanting to share that. I haven't done it yet because why would I be nervous about it? But I am. But why? But there is. I've been on these Twitter spaces and I've really been doing a lot on Twitter and tweeting a lot. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's definitely changed. There are a lot of engagement. Remember when I said I used to have no engagement no matter what I tweeted? But now, after going into the Twitter spaces, people hear my inflection or my dripping with personality, charm, and they...
I won't deny that. I won't deny it. When you're on, you're very charming.
They definitely have followed me and sort of get my humor a little bit. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't think they got the... let's see what some of the responses were to my joke that I was hoping that they would all really get. But no one did, I think. And we'll review that now and see what it says. Okay.
2 likes. That's nice.
How many?
2.
Ooh. That's not very many. I'm gonna be honest with you, Sean. I've been on Twitter for a little bit. 2's not that many. So already you can tell that it's a little bit not getting the respect. And not that it needs respect, but you know what I'm saying. It's a joke, and I don't think they're taking it that way. So okay. P.S. I said it was a quote. I was trying to explain the joke all of a sudden. Did you go to that website above? This guy's very nice. He's a musician and artist. And I said, I thought it would be funny to try, knowing I sent nothing to nowhere. Why? I used an empty test wallet for the bit. I honestly expected to become denied so I could tweet my bit. Damn, you got me looking around and I'm all paranoid now. Did I ruin my life? Again. And then he says, that was a fake account. And Polly posted this for us all to report it. You can't be going to random addresses like that, dude. unless it comes from an account like Polly's account. That also check if other people have gone to the page. Now, here's the Polly picture, right? This is Polly OX, right? And then here's Polly saying, I lied, you do get something. That's not Polly, though. That's KHARMI. Who's that? I'm going to be honest with you. Not Polly. So Polly, oops, my bad. So Polly, this is Polly's tweet right here. This is Polly's tweet. Report this scam at this guy's name, which is what this guy's name is here. Dustin saw the picture, saw the joke and the possibility, and didn't really look there. He saw here and here. And I was like, totally, I super appreciate you for reaching out, give me the fuller picture. FYI, your wallet might be compromised now. So I wouldn't put any funds on that wallet or do any transactions with it. You could DM me for more questions. Dang, do I delete the wallet? This is literally not his ENS. This is a completely wrong thing, bro. I am only
a disaster.
Yes, I'm only a DM away, mate, in case you need fact check. Oh no. I haven't even seen that one. That's a new one. So you see that, so some jokes, I'm realizing that Twitter joking is a little different. You can't be too subtle. I think that's a little too subtle what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the quote was so perfect. I get nothing, when really it's you get nothing. Like, I just feel like that's a joke and that it's a readable joke, but I guess people think, oh no, he's that stupid to do that. He's also that stupid to misquote him. Which I guess is what I'm trying to do. But it's just miscommunication on the level of what I was hoping for. So I guess I need to delete that tweet. Which I said I would do. And now I realize there's only 2 tweets about it, or 2 likes. I'm thinking about more of that now.
More deleting of tweets?
Yeah, more of deleting that tweet. Yeah.
Do it.
I wonder what my most... Go ahead.
Do it right now.
Do it right now, he said.
Nikki's here.
Nikki! What's up,
Hello,
Nikki?
Nick. What up, fellas?
Yo. What is up? Upside down.
Just melting, just absorbing the world as it melts down around us. Hey, did you hear about that UFO whistleblower?
No. Which one? Am I right?
Just came out. He has testified that U.S. intelligence is in possession of spacecraft or portions of spacecraft of intelligent origin.
Excuse me.
And it is being intentionally held back from Congress.
Why?
Hence the whistleblower coming forward.
Wow.
Glad you made it, Nikki.
Wow, that's kind of shocking.
So, and that they've been using the materials, they've been, reverse engineering things to try and make our own scientific advances.
Using it, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what that Bob Lazar said years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I thought we was doing this. And everybody's like, come on, Bob Lazar. But, I mean, now it's like, oh, come on, Bob Lazar, tell us more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Did you hear about the Dunkin' Donuts founder died? No, but I do feel like this is a hardcore joke coming up.
Mm-hmm. It is a setup.
It is quite a setup. Sean's looking it up. Hurry, Nikki, give me that joke before Sean ruins it. Hey, everyone. I'm alive, everyone. I am alive. Look at me living now.
I feel like it's a joke.
When they found him, his eyes were glazed.
Because he died in 2002.
When they found him, his eyes were glazed over, Sean.
Oh, no.
Yes, no, they did. That's what Nikki told me.
Killed it. Nailed it.
Nailed it, Nikki.
Did you hear about the guy who walked into his wife's bedroom with a duck under his arm? And he says, "This is the pig I've been fucking." And the wife says,
Oh my God, dude.
"That's a duck." And he says, "I was talking to the duck."
Oh my God, dude. Some jokes aren't funny, Sean. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh, you are a like a dirty old man or something. Lord, goodness gracious, this fella here.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Draco Malfoy? Draco, I'm getting stared down by a super being. What?
Is he talking about one of us?
If he's
Or
Homelander,
aliens?
Homelander, walk away. If it's Homelander, walk away. Don't blink. Don't do any quick movements. Don't let your heart race. Breathe deeply. Walk away. If it's Homelander, walk away. If it's me, come give me a hug. An alien has reverse engineered Meltdown Island and is now super rich on space YouTube. Oh, God. I wasn't ready for that.
Good bit.
Yeah, it's real good. Real great for everyone. Mikola. Hugs. It was for you.
It was you.
Look. Would you just look what just happened?
That's nice.
There is love in the air. Yeah, come on, motherfuckers. There's love everywhere. Come on, what you singing? There's love in the air. Sean.
What?
What else is going on in Sean's world?
Where did that come from?
I want to know.
I want to know.
I want to know. Yeah! I want to know who?
Not a whole lot, buddy.
So what's been going on, Sean? Spill the tea, bit, bruz. She wants to know.
Who wants to know?
Opening up for Eshek, the barnyard stylings of Sean Handloom and Associates. Where's your friend?
Shaw Handloom and Associates. Yes, very good.
He was here earlier. He said, "You guys, can I tell you some great news about Planet Ant?" And then ghosted us.
Ghosted us. I mean, to be fair, he is an EMT, right? So
100%. He's out there saving lives. Hopefully.
He probably got called to save a life.
He better have gotten called to save. He better have, Sean.
I mean, versus just having ghosted us.
Playing some sort of call of some sort of duty.
How dare he?
Come on, motherfucker. That doesn't show. 623, let's go. Appreciate your enthusiasm.
Appreciate your enthusiasm.
Who, me? Why do you always blame it on being it? Blame it on the EMT falling. Blame it on the MT rate. It's a fact.
I blame it on the EMT.
I blame it on the people who get hurt.
I blame it that he's being an EMT just
when
because
Sean's eyes go upwards and sideways. I don't know, but that's one of my favorite things ever. Like, he's annoyed, but he's also thinking, and he's like, "I'll continue now." There's so much said with this. And I love it every time. You got to really know Sean to really appreciate that. Go ahead. Keep going, Sean.
I don't remember.
No! I knew I would cut him off and it would be... I'd ruin it. Please. You blame it on the...
What did Mikula say?
You did the I thing. I'm just trying to tell people how to enjoy you even more than they already do. Did I save you on a bad joke, or did I ruin a good joke? Please help me.
No, I was. I was just explaining why I always blame it on being an EMT, and just because I think it's like in this particular case, there's probably stuff that comes up all the time. I mean, it's probably normally very busy as an EMT in Detroit.
Especially at 5 o'clock. How many car accidents happen during rush hour on average?
I don't have that data. I don't have that data.
I'm back on TikTok.
I know. I saw.
Sounds enabling. Which part?
The stuff about the EMT.
Oh, that we are justifying for him. Okay, I could see that. But however, he's also enabling life. To be fair. What on earth is happening?
Aliens.
World is melting down. Everybody, let's get down. Would you like to see me frown? Then sit there and not dance. Go! He's got a lot. No. Say it, Sean.
He got on that bus that stopped by earlier in the show.
I knew I missed my bus. He got it. He got my bus.
Yeah, he got the bus.
I got the bus.
I guess I forgot to close my patio door.
Is that what it is? It's patio? Patio is over there being a little loud. Oops.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sound of the ocean that's probably being a little loud because it's coming in.
A lot.
Oh, is it really? That's great.
Nope. I just used it as that. No! You can't blame it on being an EMT. All the time. Golly, this guy's crazy. Sometimes it's okay. Not 100% of the time, DUSTiN. I just got told. I need
that
you to build
was
me back up. I just got ripped apart.
That was a
Sean.
great read, buddy. That was a great read.
I know. I just got ripped apart. I feel like that slaps.
You think it was slap. You can't blame it on being an EMT all the time. Slap.
I like how you read it.
Sometimes is okay. Not 100% of the time, DUSTiN. Slap.
This is something. This is nothing. This is something. This is nothing. I'm doing those bits too.
So I am blaming, though, only his sudden ghosting today on being an EMT.
Go ahead.
The bigger issue that he refuses to acknowledge, Nikki, I can't blame that specifically on him being an EMT.
Specifically.
I don't understand it myself. I would really love to get to the bottom of it.
We would! No one likes to be ghosted, boo, 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 boo. Did I scare you? No one likes to be ghosted, boo.
What are these?
Nothing.
I thought, yes. How does he know me so well?
Me? Because I listen.
You know, I love the show, but my dog keeps looking at the speaker judgingly.
Sean, you're the one speaking.
Well, sometimes dogs and I don't jive. I expect too much of them, and
you doggone crazy, Sean.
What is this now?
Sean, this would be a TikTok rundown. What did I do this week? I did this.
TikTok rundown.
Hi, I'm totally into singing, and I, in fact, have 4...
Maybe I asked for too. So you did see me then? I thought you did. Is it okay that I go?
So it says, I feel like she set it up perfectly, and if I didn't stitch it, it would be irresponsible, Sean.
Okay.
The text reads, when I damn, what's it say? When I told him I no longer want to see him. So he shows up at my gym and makes direct eye contact with me doing workouts while he signs up. Cut to.
Asked for two. So you did see me then? I thought you did. Is it okay that I go? Maybe I asked.
See, it is pretty funny, isn't it?
Pretty funny.
No one's giving it hearts, though. They don't like it.
Uh-oh, your audio's off.
I'm totally into singing, and I in fact have 4 albums that are streaming on every music streaming platform. And yeah, I'm using this to send to you, but you know, maybe no one knows, so that's why I'm making a video. I'm totally into singing, and I in fact have 4 albums that are streaming on.
I think when you've got that going at the same time, your voice gets out of sync from your mouth.
What do you mean?
Now it's back.
Yep, I deleted the other 2 tabs. Whoa, here's a hot take. I think it hits too close to home for people. The very first comment was, I'm triggered. And I was like, in a good way or bad way?
The comment on your...
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first comment. And there was like 500 views with like 20 likes. And I'm like, that seems a little off percentage-wise. Skill, timing, and coordination. Yep, skill, timing, coordination. That's what it takes, and I have none of those. You do look crisper today, Dustin. Thank you. I feel crisper.
That's
maybe
nice.
Maybe it comes from within. Maybe video quality comes from within. I know change does. Don't play videos because it makes your audio off in the video and the live. Thank you, Nikki. Note taken and done. Hi, everyone. Welcome to everyone's favorite part of the show, Roses and Thorns.
Good transition. Another good transition. As you
fire
were getting
today.
a criticism.
I'm on fucking fire like the world today. The world is melting down. Everybody look around. If someone's pointing a gun at you, run away. Meltdown Island.
I hurt my balls on that little dance. Dustin, where'd you go?
Oh, I had to vomit just a second. I had to vomit a little bit. Whenever I think of...
I got a little too bouncy.
Yeah, and you scraped the ground again.
And I slapped it into my thigh.
Oh, yeah? You thick. You got thick thighs? You trying to put that in our heads now?
Yeah, that's right.
Sean is thick. Sean's thick. You gonna do some thick dances on TikTok, bud?
Eventually.
We need to get you up to 1,000 so that you can go live. You know who I was live with last night?
Who?
Margaret Edwardowski.
What?
Margaret Elliott.
You were live in what sense?
I was talking to Margaret for 20 minutes, and we laughed. And she told me she picked
the Twitter space or something?
No. This was on TikTok.
On TikTok?
Yep. And she was like, I'm sorry I picked Chuck Reynolds over you back in the day to rent with me, to be my roommate. And I was like, you did? Like I didn't even remember. It's all blur back then.
Right?
Yeah, I barely remember. Like a couple of days ago, someone asked something about the 1900s, and I'm like, good luck. I can barely remember past 2020s. I got that vaccine. I think it wiped my memory, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be one of those vax people, but maybe I already am.
Maybe you already are.
See, that's the danger about satire and comedy these days. Is there's people that will do Bored Ape yacht clubs and be Nazis. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the danger. I was all excited when Trump first got president. I'm like, this is my season. I'm like him. I just tell it as it is, do jokes, and I'm funny gaslighter type, but not in a bad way. But then it's different because he's super rich and in a bad way. And then I was like, dang, it's not my time, because then I almost it's a whole thing.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm on fire.
I think that's more ah.
Oh, I thought they were hyping it up. Hey, I'm on fire. Hey. That's the spirit. You're the spirit.
That's the spirit
of Meltdown Island. The smoke coming out of the volcano like the spirit of Meltdown Island. Thank you. Looks warm here today. Warm today there, Sean. Is it warm?
I mean, it's warm every day on Meltdown Island. But as for the temperature outside, it's actually a little chilly. I think it's only mid-60s.
Hey, Christelle.
66, according to this.
Conspiracy theories. Who don't like? You know what the real conspiracy theory is? Oh,
go on.
I sent it to you, Sean.
What?
On the shoe thing, and the one about the people that the guy who invented the telescope, how he realized.
Oh yeah, you sent me that.
He realized that people can, or that not people, but he and the human race can kill viruses, destroy germs, disintegrate cancer with sound waves. Thoughts?
I mean,
the fact that it was, again, one of those things that they purchased and put on the shelf.
Yeah, maybe.
They did a test of how many people? 200, 400?
Right.
250, and like 25 of them, 20 of them didn't cure, but the other 420 cured or something like that. Completely nothing else. Nothing else.
I mean, I believe it.
You saw the video, right?
Yeah.
You saw him looking in his microscope, right?
Oh, I saw it.
What did Tesla say? What did Nikola Tesla say? If you want to understand life, understand vibrations and understand sound waves. And what's this other scientist say? Oh, I can cure most everything with sound waves. I ain't never heard that, except for that video. And wake up, human America consciousness of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sean. I felt like I got a little lost there in the title.
I mean, I have heard even today of like, what's the word that I'm thinking of?
Yahtzees?
Holistic healers that use sound waves.
Now, see, I would never have done that. I would have never done that. I would have been like Andy Kaufman. He went to all those people, and I was like, oh, don't be going down there where they act like they're pulling something out. They ain't pulling nothing out, Andy Kaufman. But all of a sudden, now hearing and learning the story of the Soundwave thing, I would go to something like that. That's a real conspiracy. You want to talk real conspiracies? Talk about the light bulb. Talk about how all the light bulb companies got together back in I don't know, before World War I, before they started making money off of wars, and they were like, how are we going to make money? Our light bulbs are lasting for longer than people need more new light bulbs. And they go, well, I got an idea. We put limits. We put light bulb limits. Limits on the light bulbs. They can only last for this long. If you make a better light bulb, you go to jail. What, motherfucker? Pardon my language, but motherfucking what? Because right now in Boston, there's one light bulb that has never been turned off, and it is still shining bright after 100 years. 100 years, light bulbs. We could have been dog talking years ago. I'm sorry. I'm melting down right now. That was a yell.
Yeah.
I got a little yell. I got a little Yahtzee with it.
They're called Yahtzees.
Board ape Yahtzee Nazis. I'm a Yahtzee Nazi. Just call me a Yahtzee. Everybody go around on something else.
I purchased tinfoil for the free hats in the box.
Thank you. That's one of our selling points. Buy Meltdown Islands, a box of hats. We send you a box of tinfoil hats and foil and non-tinfoil and steel and one cloth hat.
Hey, didn't we go into Roses? Did we just go into Roses and Thorns?
We did.
Okay.
Did you know this, though? That the Dunkin' Donuts guy should have bought that sound wave technology for his eyes?
Nailed it.
That's a lie. I bet electric has shut off at some point in 100 years. However, Nikki, the light switch has never been turned off and back on. The turning off and on of lights is what makes the, what do they call it? Fuse? What do they call it? Filament to burn out and or to break. And those filaments is what they had down to 100 years. 100 years, Sean.
Correct. But I feel like, to Nikki's point, though, I feel like the power going out and coming back on simulates this.
I agree, Sean. However, what I'm trying to say is, it's still on.
All right.
Let's look at the facts and don't worry about the who, what's, was, couldas. The light
So
shines bright like a diamond.
Your point is, the power may have gone off, but it wasn't turned off.
It's the
so
power
when the power came
of
back
love.
on, it would go back on. So as long as there was a flow of electricity, it would be on.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it is like an off switch, apparently. I'm agreeing with you. But what I'm ultimately saying is let all that go. Let it go. Because the light is shining. Don't matter. You're just proving my point not even more. They could have shut it off every night. Good. It's still shining.
Right. Okay, buddy. All right.
Got me fired up, Sean. Does nobody else wonder?
Hey, buddy, I got a rose for you, pal.
Talk about it. Might calm me down.
For so many meltdowns today. I mean, you really came in hot.
Had a
and
lot
you've
of
had
topics.
Multiple meltdowns.
We've had a lot of topics.
I love it.
Can I say this? Does no one else want to talk to dogs? Does no one else have that desire? Because I feel like I'm the only one that's like standing on a soapbox and going, we could have been dog talking years ago without wars, without being having to go buy new light bulbs. Sean?
Although, to be fair, I don't know that we want dogs talking because they're privy to a lot of inside information about us.
They can only say the words you allow them to communicate with. Great, you just ruined my thing that I love. You just made me ruin. You just made me ruin the thing I love, Sean. How dare you, God. Like an outage.
Like an outage. We're catching up. We're catching up.
We're with it. I agree. Planned obsolescence. Another great innovation.
Yeah, that's the kind of innovation that capitalism gives us.
Why you need an iPhone every other day.
Right.
Oh, speaking of another topic, you seen them eye goggles? They're out.
I have.
We could do the show like this with our eyes on the thing. We'd be in goggles and we'd be like AR.
I mean, It strikes me though as being a lot of this augmented reality that you were talking about.
Remember?
That theoretically you're supposed to wear those big goggles. I mean, theoretically you
Everywhere.
can see through them, so you're
Yeah.
supposed to wear them everywhere.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, I'm walking down the street going, life sucks. And you're walking down the street with like, zim, boom, bam, ba, 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 bam. It's so quiet. Shh, boom, boom, bam. You know what I mean? With the glasses on. I don't know if that read correctly, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I get it.
Nikki.
But this is a
I think she was arguing with me in real time as I was agreeing with her. And that's why I love her. It's one reason I love her. She's so feisty.
You let it go, DUSTiN.
Yeah, you let it go, Nikki. You let it go.
1,000 roses to Sean for his amazing performance of me.
Boy, you just trying to get that standing ovation now, huh? You just playing to the crowd now with that one.
1,000 roses, that's something.
That is something. Overdosing on truth. Outstanding, boys. Yep, somebody hooked him up to the old Twitter crack. I don't know if that was... did I go too hard in the paint on that one? Sean, can you communicate with Doug? Oh my God.
That's not too far off from talking to Doug.
Tell your joke again so everyone gets the clue on textual clues to what Mark is referring to, Sean. And for the joke of the day, Sean, take it away.
About a guy who walked into his wife's bedroom with a duck under his arm.
That's it.
And says, "This is the pig I've been fucking." And his wife says, "That's a duck." And the guy says, "I was talking to the duck."
You're right, Mark. It's not too far off from dogs.
No.
But he never mentioned the dog. The duck talked back. And dogs do talk back with the correct button and knowledge. That's all. Well told, Sean. We're not really joke tellers, but not only did you tell a joke, but you retold a joke perfectly. And Nikki no longer has an ass because of it. Please, Sean, enable Michigan with some coffee. Enable. He's in California right now. He in California. Look at the ocean.
Right. We could hear the ocean until I was forced to close the door.
No one forced you.
By the anti-bus crowd.
Duck, I duck it out, duck it out. I walk a duck, 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 don't you fuck, duck, go around. So basically, the guy's a duck fucker. So you're telling us an animalistic, what do they call it when you do it with animals? Bestiality. You're telling us a bestiality joke.
I mean, not necessarily.
Correct. Maybe they're best friends.
Yeah.
They're doing a road comedy. They're doing a road comedy together.
Right.
Buddy film. Like if I was to carry you in, or you were to carry me in.
Right.
Right. I get it. I'm with you. Okay. It's not bestiality. Thank you. Except for being very disrespectful to your wife.
I mean, but let's be honest. He probably is fucking a duck. I mean.
Oh my God. Quack it out, bud. Quack it out.
Mm-hmm. Quack.
Well, this is the part of the show where we may not be everyone's favorite, may not be everyone's least favorite, but it is something that we have to do. It's a mantra, Sean. It's a thing that we do to remind ourselves of the intense moment we live in. Something I've been saying on Twitter Spaces is, hey, let's not get bogged down in some of these. With some of these things you guys are thinking about and or worrying about or talking about. They want to talk about everything being God-given and this and that. I'll go, to say anything about God, who are you? Who am I to say who God is? If by your definition God created everything, guess what? God is everything. You're looking at God. You're living in God. You are God. God's everything. So don't try to put labels on God, and don't try to put labels in your mind and worry about the problems that are in front of us, rather than worry about electricity being shut off in Boston. You know what I mean? The light shines, is what I'm trying to say, Sean.
Is that a rose or a thorn?
It's every rose has a thorn, bud. It's both. It's a yin and a yang, is what I'm trying to express. What is above, so is beneath. Below that is a beneath. But there's water. There is water under the ocean.
You just blew my mind.
Thank you, Talking Heads. Talking Heads blew my mind first. The duck wanted its lipstick back. Nice job, Point Fighter. You got me on that one.
Nice job,
got me sideways. I was all on a different soapbox, and I am happy to be knocked off of it. Tune in next week to see what's new old social media platform Dustin has rejoined. Listen here, Mark. Listen here, buddy. I am not going to take this kind of... Here's the thing is, Elon Musk bought Twitter. So now it's no longer the Twitter of old. It's new. And
some say worse.
Here it is. For me, I'm going to admit, maybe it's the white patriarchy in me. It's gotten better for me. But here's the real point that I'm trying to make, not the joke, is
how
that...
dare you flaunt your privilege?
I'm sorry. I was doing a joke. And you saw me hesitate for a little too long because I was nervous. But here it is, Sean. He has changed it, right? So there are changes, some better, some worse. But what I have found is these Twitter spaces have been around for about a year, but there is a new focus on the technology, making it easier for people to talk worldwide. I'm talking with people in Dubai. I'm talking with people in Australia, much like TikTok, but different, right? Because there's no faces. It's all talking. To be engaging, maybe I should have been engaging with crypto Twitter a year ago when I started investing my money blindly. But I didn't want to be swayed. Needless to say, I should have been swayed. Because crypto Twitter is out there, and it's there to help, as well as hurt. But you saw the guys, how nice they were when I was getting scammed by faking it. But they look how they reached out. They're like, no. They telling me to email them. They want to help, which is a first for me on Twitter. So it is old, but there is something new and there's something happening there, as well as there's talk of them, speaking of new and old, bringing Periscope back. Apparently, Elon was like, wait, we own Periscope? Does it work? He turns it on and it works. And he's like, oh, there I am. Well, we know it works. And literally he's there for like 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, as they're talking about, why aren't we using this? Why wasn't Twitter using this? Like, you guys bought it and used it, but then just let it go away. And then TikTok came along, right? So I think they're going to try to incorporate that back into Twitter and or with Spaces, maybe. So there is things happening, and I'm not promoting Twitter at all, but I am engaging and finding out a lot of news, like this Bored Ape Yacht Club that Madonna maybe Madonna owns a super one, whatever. But all of these Snoop Dogg and influencers have been given them. They sometimes just gave them to them, right? So that all of a sudden, look who holds our NFT. And basically this nothing, so you will get nothing. They're saying, send your Nazi memorabilia you were given. Anything you don't want, give it to us, and you'll get nothing in return. And so far they have $1.4 million. So it's like an Andy Warhol artistic happening moment that I definitely am fascinated to be involved in. I guess being there. Yeah, no. Listen to me out. There's been 2 different rooms where the Pauly guy's hosting, no talking, no other hosts, just him. And he's got his hand up. And everyone's quiet. And I retweet. I'm like, shh, we're all sleeping together right now. Like, what is going on? It's just like, but If I wasn't there, maybe other people wouldn't be there, and there wouldn't be 1,000 people listening to silence together. You know what I mean? So there is some involvement in it, and it is fascinating to experience right now. It's making it exciting, like a happening, kind of like when that movie The Happening happened, when the trees killed people. Except so far, there's been no deaths.
So was that a rose or a thorn?
That was a bud. The joke is super different if Sean carries Dustin into the bedroom. Wait, am I the pig now? Am I the little fat boy in the story? How dare you?
It's a funny bet.
Hey, everyone.
Is a pretty funny guy. Rose to Mikula, and
Rose
really
to
all
Mikula.
of our
Rose to
Rose
Point
to all of
Fire.
our comments.
Rose to Nikki. Rose to Reverend Roar. Reverend, are we still on for that summer show? Is Rare Earth still rare? And why aren't you having any rare NFTs? Because rarity is what people want, and you guys got it in your name. Anyway, who else? We also had Crystal. Kurt. I was getting to Kurt. We had old Draco Malfoy.
Point Fire.
I said Point Fire. I appreciate you saying it again, though.
Mm-hmm.
Our Canadian outlet and representative, whom I am assuming is starting a sticker campaign and or sticker campaign. But ultimately,
Nikki, did you say Nikki?
No, Point Fire, because he's our Canadian, our only Canadian viewer. And we nominate and hire, not for money, but for pride. People, never mind. Hey, everyone, stop the insanity, Dust. Stop the insanity.
Yeah, corporations are not people.
Though the United States Supreme Court not only said corporations are people and gave them more powers than actual human people, but then what'd they do? They just changed the definition of corruption. That's the scariest shit of all time.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, what we're doing, that's not corruption. Oh, it's not? Clarence Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not for the rest of Congress accepting money?
And insider trade.
I think they actually stopped. No, that was what they were talking about, was stopping that. Yeah. And they were like, it's not corruption. It's buying stocks. Oh, but you can't tell if crypto is a security or not. When Gary Gensler was the one who taught the Harvard professor thing and said, oh, don't ever worry about that. Crypto is a commodity. It's not a security. And if anyone ever has that discussion, it'll be ridiculous. Now who's ridiculous, Mr. Can't one Gary got all that power? Use it on Wall Street. God damn it. Sorry, Sean.
Side note, July 8th at Majestic Theater. Bring your periscopes and NFTs.
Fine. If bringing periscopes and NFTs means you want me to practice and get my loop show ready to open up for you, I accept. With a heavy heart and a strong brain. Strong brain. Really fell apart there, Sean, in my acceptance speech. And I don't think I'm getting the job now.
I mean, nothing causes you to lose the job faster than
me.
Than botching your acceptance speech.
Damn. Note taken. Meltdown. YouTube. Tribal. Need. Huge crowd. Dancing in Berlin video. If you believe in love after love. Like that.
Mm-hmm. But bigger and in Berlin.
Bigger and more Berlin-y.
More Berlin.
Can I get more Berlin, please? Who's more? All right. I'd like to say this, Sean.
Go on.
Hey, big government. Get your mitts off our vaginas. Free the vagina. Let the vagina ring. Like freedom, bud. Let freedom ring. Let the vagina ring. See what I'm going for?
I see.
One ring to rule them all, bud.
Sorry, bro. Dupe and the Inside Outlaws asked first.
I didn't ask. I was just I thought you were offering. And why would you ever let someone named Dupe be on stage right before? What? Okay. Moving on. I'm used to accepting things that were never offered to me. Took me a second to turn it around on me, but I realized where the joke lied. An Italian street performer you will enjoy. Is he calling us an Italian street performer?
Or did he reference one earlier?
That's a good point.
Tribal Need.
Tribal Need. Yep, that's it. That's what he's saying. I thought he was saying we need a bigger tribe on our island, which I didn't disagree with.
Well,
we've said it all, Sean.
Said it all, did it all.
We done it. We done it all, bud.
Good meeting.
Hey, great. Great meets.
To all our Islanders, thanks for coming, huh?
Thanks for
being here at the weekly meeting.
Thank you, Sean, for being such a wonderful friend. Keeps me connected to what they call, I don't know, society norms.
Oh, boy.
You're a normie, and I'm a crypto degen. These are words I've learned. Clarence Thomas walks into his bedroom with the United States under his arm and tells his wife. What's he saying, Mark?
This is the pig I've been fucking.
Let's fuck this pig together, wife. Turned it around the United States, didn't I?
Sure did.
Well, as always, we love you, and don't forget about us every week when we say we love you. And what else, Sean?
Tune in next week when we test Dustin's ability to hear something being cut, and Dustin telling us what object has been cut.
He's never going to do this. He'll never do
we
that.
We will try that out next week.
He says we're going to try it out, but I'm telling you right now, it's never. Posing time! Look, I'm presenting this show that we're doing. What? Put our gray sleeves together, making one long gray sleeve platform. Put your elbow up here, bud, or your shoulder. Right next to mine. Your shoulder, yep. And then get it. Then look, tilt your head. Chin in, chin up. Chin down. Eyes in. No. Goodbye!